Open up your throat, tongue board long. She no like work up, she sport punch and inspire me to sing more dance and she fuck gunman, grab throat top tongue. That don't like man.
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. The video that you saw at the start of this is of a woman constable. Name on TikTok at 13321 woman constable. If you listen to the song, what it is saying, she love gunman, she walk gunman. Now people, this is my disclaimer before I proceed. Don't know if somebody is trying to frame this lady. Don't know if somebody got her pictures and then dub it in with the music, making it seem as if she's not a police, she's a criminal element based on the lyrics of the song. So my intention is not to defame this lady. If she did not put out this video, it was not her intention, it is not her channel was hacked. However, if this is this lady's channel, and based on what she's saying, let me know in the comment section if you think that this is inappropriate action or post by a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, based on what they stand for and based on what gunman stand for. They are not supposed to be entangling with dirty bungle. However, if an officer makes a song and posts a video like this, I think that it is inappropriate action. I think that she's not thinking it through. It is all about the hype. It is all about social media. What about your job? What about is supposed to be associated with a police versus a criminal element? Let me know what you think in the comment section. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based off a video that has been making its round all over social media, in which it is said that a 12-year-old was arrested, taken into the custody of the lottery scamming task force in a Falmouth. Falmouth is in Trelawney. I am going to let you hear two videos. I am going to let you hear from the sister of the 12-year-old as to exactly what took place, and then I'm going to let you hear from the 12-year-old that is in the presence of his lawyer. His lawyer's name is Donovan Collins. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
All right, so we are in where? Falmouth Lawn, and we are having a serious problem. As this lady's 12-year-old son has been locked up by the police, and the reason that she gave why they lock him up is that he refused to open his phone, so they detain him on reason the suspicion of possession of identity information. Well, let me be clear. It's not the Falmouth police who lock him up now. I was told that it's in the lottery scam task force in Montego Bay. So, I want you to tell me, young lady, what you saw transpire this morning, because you was at the house, right?
Right. So this morning, I just start see lights in my face, guns in my face. Wake up, get up. Go in the hall. Everyone, they took everyone in the hall and they started asking persons for phones and everyone. And then after,
How are you?
I am 20. Okay. So after they asked everyone a phone, they took me in the room and a young lady started to search my phone. The 12-year-old gives the young man his phone and they were telling him to open his phone. He told them that he did not remember the code. They keep on pressing him till one of the police that came in told the young man that he is going to beat him. Then he started to look.
Police. Which young man?
The 12-year-old that he was going to beat him. Right. Because he was not opening his phone. Right. No, he did not. Okay, so after he told him that, they took him one side, started to question him. When
The copy. And the 12-year-old and the police told that they was going to beat him.
mm-hmm.
Is that your son?
Yes, sir.
Go.
Okay. So after they started to question him, I went beside one of them, one of the police.
Said,
No one was
so
present.
the police from Rochester Task Force in Montego Bay, you're saying that they were questioning the 12-year-old boy with no adult present?
Right. So I
Member from Rochester Task Force in Bay.
So I went beside of him, and one of the police looked at me, and then after he took him outside. Then after he took him outside, then one of the female that was searching my phone called me inside to search the room. Right. Then after the 12-year-old came in and started to cry.
Why was he crying?
I asked him if they beat him, and he said no. Then after I asked the police, where are you taking him? And he told that you was taking him to the jail. I said, you cannot take him to the jail because I know my rights. He told me that Asamino Port. Then after, he told me that he is going to take him to our town. Right. Right. They took him, they sent him out of the room, and then after, I did not know when they were leaving or anything. I just went outside and saw that they were gone.
Oh. They took the 12-year-old from the house without any adult, and they took him to lock him up in jail.
Now, people, that video is about 6 minutes to 7 minutes long. Let you hear about 2.5 minutes. Latchy Scam Task Force went to the house in a Falmouth, Trelawney. I am assuming they had a warrant. I am assuming that they went specifically for one person or a group of persons. However, them hold on upon the 12-year-old. 20-year-old was also in the house. Based on what she said, they held on to the youth because he did not or could not open his phone. Don't know if he was panicking or he intentionally did not open the phone because it probably had incriminating evidence. Don't know the specifics of exactly what took place. What I do know is whenever you go to a house on a warrant, I think that a 12-year-old should be treated differently than an adult. Truth and the fact is that this 12-year-old don't look like the average 12-year-old. However, once it is established that he is below the age of consent, an adult or somebody representing him should have been there. He should not have been questioned without the company of a lawyer, his mother, or somebody else. But we understand the police is given basket to carry water. Spur of the moment, instinctively, they are going to do as if they are dealing with an average person, especially if they don't know the person's age. That is, unless he did not tell them. So therefore, they are going to be wrong, even if that case goes to court, because he was not properly informed, he was wrongly searched, he was wrongly dealt with. That is situation or circumstance that could have led to this youth being free on a case, even though he was 12-year-old. So I'm going to let you hear what the little youth had to say in the presence of his lawyer, once again, Donovan Collins. And then I am going to give my piece.
This is the young man. The police have now released him, but he has not been charged with any crime. But he has been released this morning. Right? Young man, tell me what happened to you yesterday. Let me know what happened.
Yesterday, they put me on the ground.
Alright, then you said them put you on the ground. Tell me, who put you on the ground?
Police officer. He take you up on the ground. Hold the ears and don't move till he tell me to get up.
So stop there. So where were you when this happened?
In our kitchen.
So you were in the kitchen and the police came there?
Yes.
And what the police said to you?
He tell me to open the phone.
Police said open the phone?
Yeah.
Did you open the phone?
No, come in, never remember my password.
And what happened when you don't open the phone?
Them came to go up on the ground. And one of them they threatened me, so them go beat me.
So did you go on the ground?
Yes.
And what happened when you went on the ground?
Yeah. They didn't tell me to hold my ears.
To hold the ear?
Yes.
What do you mean by hold
up on
the
the elbow.
Hmm?
And up on the elbow.
Not know them. Not know them.
The time to hold my ears and put me by my elbow.
So did you do that?
Yes.
How did it feel?
Did he feel hard and me tired?
Hmm?
Did he feel hard and me tired?
So how long you were having that elbow for?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? Holding your ear?
I'm
Okay.
trying to tell me to get up.
Tell him to get up?
And then after,
Not know that, man.
and then after he put me in a bus
Mm-hmm.
with some other man. And after they bring me come a family. And then they that question me when my brother they gone.
But when they say question, what do you mean? Who was there when they were questioning you?
Some police officer.
Oh, so only police were in the bus with you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
12 years old.
You're 12 years old.
Yeah.
So, where them carry you go after you leave the bus?
They bring me come a Falmouth first.
Which part of Falmouth?
Falmouth police station. And then after, they will go bring me to Stuart Town police station to put me in a jail cell.
Put in a jail cell?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. So tell me about the jail cell where them put you.
In the deep cool and in the deep smell, but I will sleep on the floor.
Sleep on the floor?
Yeah.
Tell me some more about the jail cell.
And no toilet, you have to keep it on the ground.
Safe place to sleep?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. So when did you come out of jail?
Today.
Huh?
Today.
You come out of jail today?
Yeah.
Okay. Mother? Mother?
Yes, sir.
So your son has been released, right?
Yes, sir.
How are you feeling now?
I feel terrible. I feel like
Good. Now, he has been released. Has he been charged for any crime?
no,
Not charged for anything.
no,
So he was locked up for nothing then.
nothing.
This is the Jamaica that we're living in.
So people, you heard what the 12-year-old had to say in the presence of his lawyer. And again, the question that many persons are going to ask, how is it that you just forget the password conveniently? Well, people, if you're 12 and they are traumatized, it could happen. It happens to adults. Them lose them sense under traumatic situation, tense situation. So therefore, it could happen. What should not happen is that the police take away a 12-year-old, whether he was involved or not, and took this 12-year-old to an adult facility with other adults. In our facility, treat him as if he is a convicted criminal, just to teach him a lesson. People, there are rules and there are protocols as it pertains to everything. Even if this was a prisoner of war, there are still protocols that are governed by the Geneva Convention. When it pertains to children, anybody, especially 12-year-old, I do not care if him look big like a monster. I do not care if his brother is a criminal or the mother is a criminal. You go and you lock up exactly who you go to lock up. It applies to that specific person if you went with a warrant. And I understand if and when the police go on any sorts of operation, they are going to check any and everybody's phone just to make sure any and everybody's phone don't have anything incriminating, because we know say, in a lot of these lottery scamming cases, that is the case. But just as I said, under no circumstance are you supposed to take a 12-year-old and treat him like an adult criminal. It does not matter. If you go for the son, or if you go for the brother, you go and you arrest the brother, and you search the brother, and yes, you must search other people, but it is not by force to tell anybody, say, you're going to beat them up, you're going to do them this, threaten them, all sorts of stuff. So that is how cases are lost in a court because of police misconduct, lack of not following protocol. It is counterproductive. If you go on a mission to arrest somebody, you go and you follow the protocols. When you steer from those protocols, you're only defeating the purpose. It makes no sorts of sense. This tough stance is not very productive. It is counterproductive. Such is the case, in this case especially. If you did not lock up anybody, the only person that you took into custody is this 12-year-old because he could not open his phone. And very importantly, this mother, our family, is to be blamed if they know that their family members are involved in lottery scamming. So therefore, if the police come based on information to search, they never search or find who them come for. Them find somebody else, they are just going to be doing their job. But I am sure that there's a right and a wrong way to get information to arrest people to gather evidence. Just like you gave that lady in a uptown that her son, his name is King, was taken out in a St. James. You had to go through the court for about a year or so to get released for the judge to give you permission to get the phone open up. So why it is that you want to use force when you go to the garrison? Understand, double standard in a Jamaica. One for the rich, one for the poor. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called, you could put two fully duns, driver, bike rider, one in a Kingston, one in a Negril, polar opposite side of the island, and they would still find a way for crash. Such is the case in this case. It seems as if a lot of these drivers on the road, they never read the manual as to what are the road codes, who have the right of way, who have the wrong of way, because we see they are always going in the wrong way. The rules of engagement are very simple. If it is a four-way stop sign, the person that gets there first has priority. If you're at a roundabout, the person that has the heel, meaning that the person that is on the main road, coming off of the highway at the end of the circle, that person has the right of way, being the main road. The person coming off a side street is supposed to yield the traffic until it is clear. Such is the case in this case. What I see, based on just my own opinion, the biker was on the main road. The driver of the taxi turned on to the main road, so the biker would have the right of way. However, if the biker is blazing at not speed, the reaction of the taximan would not be expecting to see somebody coming at that rate of speed. However, it is very simple. Had everybody kind of yield, four-way intersection, this is Jamaica, even if you have the right of way, still proceed with caution to avoid any unnecessary crashes, such in this case. So in this case, I am going to say, unless the taximan had a green light, unless the taximan had the right of way, which I doubt very much, it pretty much caused this accident, in my opinion. And remember, this is just an opinion. I am not there. I am not seeing any signs that are there, who for heal, or whatever. Don't know the circumstance, me just say. Looking at the main road, the bike man was on the main road. The taxi man was coming off of the side street. That is my view. Let me know what you think in the comment section. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.